Bryce Leatherwood has just released his major label debut album, but the Georgia native first captured the hearts of country music fans when he won season 22 of The Voice. And singing live on that stage is something he'll never forget.
When those cameras go and there's 7 million people and you're live, it's just, it's like grabbing a lightning bolt. That electricity is so great. And it felt like a fever dream, it still does.
Before playing country music's biggest stages like the Grand Ole Opry, Bryce's journey started with family bribes to get him to sing at holiday dinners. It didn't take long for his career to grow, and he went from bribes to booking gigs and earning paychecks.
My family would bribe me with money to play for Thanksgivings and Christmases, and I didn't like that. I didn't like doing it. I was like, I don't want to. But when bars started bribing me to come play for them, and
that's a
you know,
sign.
that's a sign. So in college, I really started picking up on it. I was playing, 2-3 days a week for 3 hours a night, and just making money doing that way.
Bryce's 12-song debut album features a track called Still Learning, one he may not have written, but describes how he feels about where he is today, the hard work and sacrifice it took to get here, but admitting that it's okay to not have it all figured out.
I always need the reminder that I don't have it all figured out. I never will. And I kind of recorded this song as a reminder to myself to always remember you can always still learn something and you ain't got it all figured out.
And talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't. Ain't that the way it goes? Yeah, I'm still learning what I already know.
Well, welcome to On the Record. We are catching up with one of country music's rising stars. He has an incredible voice. He is a neo-traditionalist in country music, and boy, he actually won The Voice back in 2022. From the John Deere stage, we are on the record with Bryce Leatherwood. It is so good to have you. I am obsessed with this album. Let's start with you, of course. I think sometimes people think you won The Voice, right? 2022, yeah. Here we are 2 years later, if a little bit more than that, have this album coming out. It takes a little bit of time, doesn't it?
It does, and to do it the right way, anything takes time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Doing it the right way. You teamed up with one of the new producers, another young, I like to say you're a young gun, Will Bundy, a producer.
Yes.
He's an incredible songwriter. I feel like the two of you really were a good match. Work well in the studio?
So well, and he's so talented, and he understands where I come from and what I want to do musically, and it's just, he knew my nuances before I even knew my nuances, so it was so great to get in there and make this record, and I'm so proud of it.
You know, a lot of people may not realize when you get into the studio and they hear, well, geez, this guy has an incredible voice, super talented. Getting into the studio, different world, isn't it? Talk about that process. I mean, you're having to figure out, when you have a good producer, you can lean on him a bit, but that whole process, that whole education, I guess, learning as you go. Speak about that.
Oh, yeah. Number one, it was like Christmas Day for a week. I was so excited
to in the candy store.
Literally to go live my dream out for the first time of building a record. Like, I've been dreaming about that since I was a kid. So, it was exciting. It was nerve-wracking because I want to be doing what I should do, doing the right thing, doing my best to be the best I could be. And Will made it so easy. He's just the best. With this record, I was already in town for about a year before I started really writing towards this record. From the start I was, but towards the end of we're like, all right, let's get in the crunch time. I was writing so much and getting so involved with it that we also started looking at outside songs and really started getting Nashville around this record saying, hey, Bryce Leatherwood loves outside songs. I do. Hey, there's so many writers in this town that would die or wish they could be doing what I do every day, on the road, in front of people on stage. And there's so many people who are so talented in this town that we had over 400, 500 songs sent to us within 2 weeks before we were cutting this record. And a couple of them made it, and it was so cool because, the outpour that I got from this town was so great. Like, wow, country music, let's go. Come on, let's hop in on it.
I mean,
And,
monster songwriters, too. For
Yes.
those of you who follow country music, when you go ahead and look at the liner notes and some of the songwriters and guys that are writing with you, big names, top
Yes.
songwriters in this town. And as I mentioned, Will Bundy. Can we drop some of Will's credits? Ella
Drop
Langley,
'em.
of course, Luke Bryan, Chase Matthews, and an artist that is part of the series that you guys have already seen, Laura Watkins. She is married to Will Bundy. So really a good pairing with the two of you. What we love to do when guys take the seat here in the studio, get a little background. Tell us about Woodstock, Georgia.
Woodstock, Georgia is a town about an hour and 15 north of Atlanta that I grew up in. It was a small town that eventually got engulfed by Atlanta. You know, we had, I think my senior year of high school, we had 50,000 houses built in our county. And, you know, growing up, it was small, but it was, by the time I left, it wasn't, but it's a great home. It's a great home. I love it there. It's grown up so much. And that's where I went to high school. That's where I had my start as a kid. And from there, I mean, when it comes to the summertime as a kid, I was always at my granddaddy's farm. He had a little place down in Macon, Georgia, little town called Lizella, Georgia, actually. Not many people know where that is. But that's where we would go and ride four-wheelers, dirt bikes, swim in mud holes, ride horses, tend to the garden. I mean, anything I wanted to do as a kid, he would be sure he had it ready for us, and we'd come every summer.
Sounds like a great childhood. What a way to grow up,
What a way
right?
to grow up, right?
Absolutely.
So much fun.
When was it, at what point did you go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pick up a guitar? Was it self-taught? And did your family go, you've got something here?
Yeah, so my family would bribe me with money to play for Thanksgivings and Christmases, and I didn't like that. I didn't like doing it. I was like, I don't want to. But when bars started bribing me to come play for them, and
That's a
you know,
sign.
that's a sign. So in college, I really started picking up on it. I was playing, you know, 2-3 days a week for 3 hours a night, and just making money doing that way. And built a following down in Georgia Southern where I went to school, and got the chance to really put in the work there to become an artist. And yeah, I am self-taught to play guitar and sing. So it was a lot of fun in college. Trust me, it was a lot of fun.
Georgia Southern, man, what's going on?
Some in the water.
Cole Swindell, Luke Bryan, Dallas Davidson, Ben Hayslip. I know all these guys all went there. What were you studying? Were you kind of going along the lines of, you're smiling already?
Well, I did graduate. I graduated, but I was studying business management.
Well, that's smart to do because it
bit.
is a music business,
It is true.
right? That's
but
great.
The reality was, dear, I did not know what I wanted to do until I picked up that. So
Really? And it was that at that point. Was there ever a decision to go, I'm going to cut out and just make the move to Nashville and go for it? Or
Well, literally the whole thing that transpired with The Voice happened a month before I was planning to graduate. My parents were
wow.
like, you can graduate, you can go to Nashville. As long as you graduate,
it was a deal? Yeah.
that was a deal. They're like, we'll support you as long as you graduate. So we made that deal happen, but I hopped on a plane 2 weeks after graduating college and went to The Voice in December. Later that year, it changed my life.
I'm going to find out that story of how that happened, because I understand that you sent in a video. We're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Stay with us here on The Record with Bryce Leatherwood.
When those cameras go and there's 7 million people and you're live, it's just, it's like grabbing a lightning bolt. That electricity is so great.
Welcome back to On The Record, spending time with a man who's made pretty much every one-to-watch list. That just means they are counting on this guy to be one of the biggest stars in country music, and I have no doubt that he will be. Self-titled album, 12 songs, Bryce Leatherwood. I got to talk about the Opry family.
Yes,
All the
please.
Opry. This is something you're going to be talking about for the rest of your life. Your Opry debut. Everybody come up from Georgia?
Everyone had 150 of them come on up, and it was the greatest night of my life.
I love it.
Sincerely, the greatest.
Standing ovation, buddy. Talk about it. I
Yeah.
know you're playing
Oh,
humble,
man.
but man, what a night.
What a night. I got to play 2 songs, and I ended on one of my songs that'll be on the record, Shenandoah, and they just went berserk. It was incredible. So
Great.
much, I cried. I did cry. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I did cry, and it's just, there's no better stage in country music, or in music in general.
Yeah, you
than
gave
the
me
Grand Ole Opry.
goosebumps. I love that. Well, not only did you cry when you performed on the Opry, but I bet you also made your mom cry.
Yes.
There's a song on this album. Boys, you want to get to your mom, or if you call her your mama. Let's talk about your song, of course, about your mom.
Yeah, the one my
My
daddy
Daddy
found.
Found.
That's it. It's a song I wrote to some of my favorite songwriters in Nashville, Lynn Hutton and Chris Dubois, and we wrote this song in less than an hour. It was I was having the conversation of, I want to find a girl like my mama, like one my daddy found. It was like, we're writing that. Boom. So it fell out of thin air, and it's been a mainstay on our set list ever since.
What happened when she heard that song? I wish I could have been there to
She,
see that.
I wish I was too. I actually sent it to them before, and right after I got done writing it, I sent them the demo of me singing it, and they just started like crying, like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't have to do that." I'm like, well, you're all part of my story, and I actually made the picture you see of the album cover, or not the album cover, but the artwork for the song is them. It's them. Their first picture ever taken together. Yeah, pretty cool.
That is the foundation to everything,
That's it.
Isn't it? Well, I think no matter how old we are or even how young, we're always learning. Let's talk about still learning. You're going to perform this song for us. And we talked about your faith, and that plays into that too.
It does. You know, I think I always need the reminder that I don't have it all figured out. I never will. And I kind of recorded this song as a reminder to myself to always remember you can always still learn something, and you ain't got it all figured out.
Yeah, never stops, does it?
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bryce Leatherwood and Still Learning.
You can still go home after 2 shots of bourbon, but that third one is gonna lead to 4. And even though you might not be hurting in the morning, you'll be sure that you ain't drinking anymore. Well, there's lessons that this life has taught me more than twice, and I don't know why it is, but I always forget. Jesus saves and time don't wait. Not every road you take will lead you home. And talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't. Ain't that the way it goes? Yeah, I'm still learning what I already know. You can spend all of your days making a living, but if you let it gets in the way of making a life. And sorry's just a word if you don't mean it. And if she's leaving, she's probably leaving 'cause you didn't mean it in time. I've had all this figured out more times than I can count. That Jesus saves and time don't wait. Not every road you take will lead you home. And talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't. But ain't that the way it goes? Yeah, I'm still learning what I already know. The more I learn how to live, the more I live and learn again. That Jesus saves and time don't wait. Not every road you take is gonna lead you home. Oh, and talk is cheap, but love is free. Yeah. Some things change and some things won't. But ain't that the way it goes? Yeah, I'm still learning what I already know. Yeah, I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning.
I want to clap, but they'll kill me on this mic. That's so good, man. You know, listen, we talked about the song you wrote for your mom. I cannot imagine your family being so proud of you to write something like that.
Oh, yes.
Old soul? Have you always been?
Always been an old soul.
Yeah, man.
Always liked old things.
Yeah. your grandfather, have you played that for him as well?
Oh, I have. He loves that song.
He's got to be tickled.
He is.
When you play this one and you hit the stage, I feel like it's probably a moment.
It is a moment.
Everybody kind of get quiet, and you have that perfect timing as to
yes.
bringing this one out. Tell us about the summer. What's going to be happening for you?
Man, we're on tour again, just on the road, tearing up festivals and fairs all across the country, and having a great time. Got some opening slots I can't announce just yet, but we got some good things coming later in the year. But yeah, it's been great. It's been awesome.
Having the time of your life.
That's it, one day at a time.
You know, we mentioned, of course, at the very beginning, you taking the win for The Voice with Blake Shelton as your mentor, and of course, I guess your coach. Advice that he's given you through these years and watching you do what you do?
Yeah, he's pretty simple. He said, just be yourself, and they'll all love you for it. So that's what I'm going to continue to do.
I don't think you could be anything but yourself, man. You are so authentic and genuine, and I think that's why country music fans love what you're doing. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you in this format, and I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Couldn't get here fast enough. That's all I'm going to say. From the John Deere stage, we have been on the record with this guy, Bryce Leatherwood. Be sure to check out his 12-song album. We'll see you out on the road, buddy. Thank you.
See you soon, dear. Thank you so much.